The Quebec Drama Federation presents a conversation with Laura Flynn. Hi, I'm Caleigh and I'm here with Laura Flynn from Get Your Shuffle On, which is playing at MainLine Theatre this week. Hi, welcome to QDF.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great, thanks. How are you?
Super.
Yeah, excited
great.
to kick off the show this week.
I'm really excited, yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the show?
Yeah, well, it's basically, I'm an only child, and the show is me growing up, stories from my childhood and how I used my imagination to escape reality. And my grandmother was a big figure in my life, so she pops up every now and again within the show.
Great.
Yeah.
So imagination plays a big part in it. Can you tell us a little bit, give us a little sneak peek, how does that play out in the show itself?
My grandmother and I were big fans of TV, so we'd watch a lot of TV, and through that I've a lot of inspiration for characters, children's TV show characters, and the big figure also is Patrick Swayze from Dirty Dancing.
Oh.
So as a child I used to create little imaginary scenarios involving him. innocent, but so I used those ideas to just have a bit of fun within the show. So it's a combination of character sketches and storytelling. Yeah.
Excellent. You know, who doesn't love a little Swayze in
I know. We go crazy for Swayze.
So self-discovery is one of the main themes of this show, and why is that important ground for you to cover?
Oh wow. I suppose growing up, and even until quite recently, even maybe today, I'm still discovering who I am. So just finding my voice as a person and also as a performer, and as a writer, the whole shebang. It was putting this show together, I discovered a lot about myself in relation to how far I could push myself into writing and developing ideas. So yeah, self-discovery. I know I can push myself further, but I know I've found a lot already, and that's one of the themes of the show. So on stage and out, outside.
How long have you been developing this show?
The initial, it was like an idea prior to the Fringe, 2016, and like I would talk to friends and that was it.
Right.
So I pushed myself and I entered the Fringe and I got pulled from the lottery. So since then, basically November 2015, I've been developing the ideas.
Right. So that 2016 Fringe run, you were actually nominated for the MainLine Creativity Award.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
Wow, it was a lovely surprise. When you're, well, for me it was I've done the Fringe before, but as part of productions that I've had other people prepare things for me. This was, a lot of it was me doing a lot of things. I have a great director, Marie-Hélène Cote, so she was there as well. Getting the nomination was wonderful, and I thank her as well because she was able to take from my stories and my ideas, and she was able to take from them and go a bit further. So yeah, it was wonderful.
This is all talking a lot about your childhood and your relationship with your grandmother, growing up in Dundalk.
Yeah, good.
So tell us a little bit about those childhood experiences growing up so far away from Montreal.
Yeah, I love my hometown of Dundalk. It's the east coast of Ireland, and I could easily talk about it forever. I grew up with my granny, my mum, and my 3 uncles in a house, well, in the town of Dundalk. So it's a big town for Ireland, but it would be considered small for here, 35 to 40,000. But you know practically everyone within the community, and I lived on a terrace street, so we knew all the neighbours. And like that, my mum would work, she was a single parent, so I spent a lot of my time with my grandmother, so I knew her habits, she knew mine, and we sort of went along together, you know, wherever she'd go, I'd go. So I've a lot of great, like I could do another show with the stories I was able to get from her. And she was a great character. She kept to herself, and she was strong-minded but very open-minded for her age, like for her generation.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming to speak with me.
Thank you, Caleigh.
Any last comments? What can audiences expect? What is making you so excited about this show?
What's making me so excited is, and that was one of the goals initially, was just to be able to give something personal that others will get something from, that they can go, oh, that reminds me of something, and maybe inspire them to do something that they've always wanted to do. And I just love having fun with audiences, so I just hope that they'll be able to, you know, come in to my imagination with me. Yeah.
Well, we're very excited for you here at QDF. Break legs all this weekend.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Make sure you head down to MainLine Theatre to catch this show. It's a pretty limited run just this weekend.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So get down there, check it out, and thanks again to Laura for coming in.
Thank you, Caleigh.
For more information and to get tickets, check mainlinetheatre.ca.